Okay, friends, it's a little after 2 o'clock, and I'm going to go ahead and get started with the one question that was submitted today. The question is, or I guess it's kind of a question and a statement. This is hard. I don't think ChatGPT gave me very good responses, and I don't see the point in the value proposition, marketplace positioning statement, etc. How does this help me with social media and all the other things I have to do every day as a solo business owner? So there are a few different avenues that I want to explore to answer this question. First of all, let's talk about AI content. I like to use AI because it speeds things up, whether it's that target audience research or drafting content, and I'm using the word drafting very strategically here, drafting content using whether it's ChatGPT or Gemini or another AI platform is really helpful in speeding things up. However, I do want to caution you to never let ChatGPT become your voice. And by that, I mean authenticity is obvious. Um, More and more, like the AI generated content, there's so much of it out there. And I think when you use AI frequently, it's very easy to identify what content has been written by AI. And a lot of people are turned off by that. I don't have the data in front of me, but there are statistics that say once people like realize an image was created by AI, they don't like it as much. And when people recognize that your content is written by AI, they tune out. And so I want to say, like, never let any AI platform kind of be your final piece. I think it's a partner in the content generation piece. It's a tool that we can use, but I would never take what it gives you and say, like, okay, done. So to begin with, I just really want to say, like, if you feel like what ChatGPT is giving you and the answers to these prompts doesn't feel authentic to you, go back and edit them. Feel free to edit this without ChatGPT if that feels more honest to you. Like, go through the work and the steps, but you don't have to use AI to do it. I just think it's helpful for getting you thinking in other ways, and maybe you can find pieces like I demonstrated in the video. You might find a piece from this and a piece from that that work and feel true to you, but you don't need to take what it gives you at face value. Please don't do that. Use your own thoughts, your own feelings, your own what feels right to you for your audience with your content generation. So now that that sort of general content piece related to AI is out of the way, I want to talk about the value proposition and the positioning statements and those kinds of things. So this is how marketers work and how we create content every day that is in alignment with a certain brand messaging. Um, we craft those statements as our own guidelines that we use and we measure all of our content against. So, in going through this process of helping you find those pieces or figure out those pieces and build those pieces, these are meant to be foundational guidelines for your copy moving forward. So, as you are creating copy in the future, again, whether you're writing it yourself or you're using ChatGPT to write it, go back to these pieces that you've refined in the course and say, does this content feel like it's in alignment with that? Is it in alignment with the values that I said were important to me? Is it in alignment with the tone of voice that I decided that I wanted to have and that I made a strategic decision was the right tone of voice for my brand? So go back to those as your just guiding principles, if you will, for how to use your brand. So then the next piece of that is, of course, if you have gone through and finished all of the brand messaging with the ChatGPT prompts, you'll see that my prompts incorporate the values and the tone of voice and those things. And this is a very specific and strategic process of having you do that upfront work so that you have those pieces to plug into the prompts later, so that ideally you'll be getting better outputs from AI when you choose to use it. And I did give you some general things, whether it's, the calls to action or the Instagram bio. But I'm hoping that with this document, you can kind of see how to begin crafting your own prompts, bringing in your values, bringing in your tone of voice, so that you have a starting place as you're doing more content generation with AI in the future. But again, once you do those and see what it gives you, make sure to bring it back to your own voice. Edit it so it feels like you. Don't take what ChatGPT gives you and just call that the final piece. So then finally getting to that last piece of how does this help me as a solo business owner who has all the things to do? I totally get that. I myself am a solo business owner and I have a ton of stuff that I have to do every day to market my own business and do my client work. And so I think it goes back to that, what I was just saying about the more developed ChatGPT prompts. So let's say you need to write a week's worth of Instagram content. You can take one of those prompts that I provided you and edit it to direct ChatGPT to write, a week's worth of Instagram posts with, I would give it a certain character limit for each post. Like perhaps it's under 1,500 characters, under 1,000 characters, something like that to keep it kind of short. And then you can tell it, this is my value proposition. This is my tone of voice. This is the topic that I want to focus on. This is my audience, and this is what they care about. All of those things that you now know because you did the work in this course to really define your messaging. So I hope that that helps you and gives you a little bit more guidance. And, if you are still struggling with those prompts, you do have the link to contact me and we can set up a one-on-one to talk through it. I'm happy to help you do that or just walk you through using the prompts if you're struggling with that. But I guess reach out if you have more questions. And I do want to say this is our second to last time together. Next week is the last module and next week will be the last Q&A. So I want to thank you for sticking it out and getting this far. I know it's a lot, but you should be so proud of yourself for investing this time because honestly, this is the work that most business owners don't want to do because it is time consuming, as you've seen at this point in time. It can be a little bit frustrating as you're going through it, but it is the strategic foundational work that makes a brand stand out. And you should be so proud of yourself for doing that.